Hello everybody, my name is Uber and I welcome back in Fallout 4. And we did it. We went through all the quest lines that are possible in this game that are leading us to the end of the Institute and to the end of the game. But I think that there's also something left for us to do. We have to learn about the consequences of this ending and what impact does it have on the Commonwealth in general. So first of all, let's head to Prydwen because I would like to see what are those faction leader reactions to us destroying Institute without their help. So in theory, the way I went with that Minuteman questline, in theory that should lead us to good ending, the best possible ending, in which all of the factions are living in peace. And we still should be able to get all the quests from... Oh, that was interesting comment. In theory that should lead us to possibility of getting new quests from Brotherhood of Steel and Railroad. And I would like to see that, right? I hope I did everything correct. So let's see. Hello, Elder Maxon. How are you doing?
I'll send for you if I need you.
Elder Maxon.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
Okay, interesting. I'd also like to check on Lance Arkelas because I think he has a quest for us.
Whole plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
That should do something with Brian Virgil, so let's do it.
Captain.
Hello?
Hold up, Paladin. Let me make one thing clear. As a member of the Brotherhood, you serve under my command. If you want my respect, you will have to earn it. When I give you a mission, I expect results. Is that clear?
Well, fuck you.
Perfectly.
Good. I want you to take charge of a recovery operation. The Brotherhood has been monitoring the Commonwealth for some time now, ever since we learned of the synth threat. We've dispatched a number of reconnaissance teams. Dance's former squad was far from the first. The previous team was dispatched 3 years ago. They never reported back. Officially, they're missing. Presumed dead.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? Then you still have a lot to learn about the Brotherhood. They knew the risk. They faced it with courage. And we honor their sacrifice. We don't feel sorry for them. Your orders are to search for the missing recon team and recover their effects. Report to me with your results. Is that understood?
Yes.
Understood.
Their insertion point was in the hills near Malden. Survey the area and establish a search pattern. Monitor your radio for distress signals. All recon teams are issued distress pulsars that put out a short-range homing beacon. Acquire a signal, and you should be able to trace it back to its source. That's all, Paladin. Dismissed.
Okay, I think I just have to listen to all the holotapes because that is the Lost Patrol quest. So we'll have to do it. Something
Captain
else that
Kells.
you would like to tell me?
Report, Paladin.
Okay, that's it. He also has quest for us that that is leading us to Brian Virgil because he wants Brian Virgil to be dead. But I think that's somewhere later. Let's talk with Ingram.
Proctor.
So, any other tricks up your sleeve besides making the Institute disappear?
No. But I'm glad you approve.
Approve? Are you kidding me? That's an understatement. Now, I'm not so sure using the Minutemen to do the deed was the best idea. But you got the job done. And in my book, that's what really counts. Anyway, I'm not here to talk your ear off. Maxon's informed me that you're continuing your tour aboard the Prydwen. So I was hoping you could assist me with a long-term problem. Keeping the Prydwen hovering like this is putting a tremendous strain on the ship's propulsion systems. I can stay ahead of the repairs, and we have plenty of fuel to keep the fusion reaction sustained, but we're short on reactor coolant.
Oh.
I'll be on the lookout. Don't worry.
Well, Well, you can look all you want. You're not gonna find cans of the stuff laying around the Commonwealth. Here, take this list. It details exactly what you need to make a can of this special coolant. Find the materials, whip some of it up at any of the chemistry stations on the ship, and bring them to me. Pretty simple. If the coolant's good, then I'll even pay you for it, as per our retrieval compensation policy. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Good luck.
Okie dokie, so we've got another way of earning extra caps. Because probably it's not that hard probably to get that reactor coolant. So that is interesting way to keep us occupied in the game. Okay, I don't understand why Maxon doesn't want to talk with us. That is interesting. Now I would like to go to Railroad. Because when we were finishing the game,
And just like that,
well, fuck you too. When we were finishing the game, it said that the Boston After Dark quest was failed, and that was from a railroad. So I do wonder if they have something against the Minutemen. They should be friendly to us right now. Let's see. Hello guys, how are you doing? Desdemona. Hello.
Half of you know this already, but something so big. I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related, but the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did he find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of, so get it done.
One more hour until my shift ends.
Oh shit. Why they were talking like we were walking through railroad? We already destroyed the Institute. Oh boy, Desdemona.
Bad news. They kicked me out of the Institute. I can't get back in.
God damn it. We knew the whole operation was a long shot. I'm sure you did your best. At this point, we're done. Our only chance to do anything in the Institute was contacting Patriot.
We have to think of something to save the synths.
I wholeheartedly agree. Pam's already crunched the numbers on this scenario, though. Without help, the Railroad simply doesn't have the numbers to do anything to the Institute. To forcibly free the synths in the Institute, you need an army. There may be a way. Not with us, but with your Minutemen. If you continue rebuilding them, you'd have that army. Then with the data you got using Tom's holotape, maybe they can find a way back into the Institute. If we can help with that, let us know. But I fear the fate of all the synths lie with the Minutemen now.
Oh shit. Oh
Desdemona.
shit.
Well, if it isn't the General of the Minutemen, the Destroyer of the Institute, Liberator of the synths, my only regret is we couldn't have been there when you did it.
Oh shit.
The synths make it out okay?
Yes. And no. We got the synths out of the Institute, but the news isn't all good. Hate runs deep in the Commonwealth. A hatred of everything to do with the Institute. A hatred of synths. When people realized what was happening, we mobilized quickly and rescued most of the synths. But there were casualties.
Oh shit.
They hated synths enough to just murder them?
Only a few hated synths enough to murder them while they were defenseless. But a hell of a lot of the Commonwealth despised them enough to let it happen. But most of the synths are safe. For now, at least. Our safe houses are bursting with synths. If you're up for it, we could use your help in smuggling them out of the Commonwealth. But even if you don't, Everyone in the railroad owes you a tremendous debt.
Okie dokie, that's interesting.
Desdemona.
When running synths out of the wealth, wastelanders can be a bigger problem than even the Institute.
Okie dokie, that's it. Let's also check on Palm. That's very interesting. Something bugged out about the game. And the game was thinking that I haven't already destroyed the Institute. Weird. Palm?
Agent Whisper has arrived. I have a mission for you. Synth traffic greatly exceeds organization's maximum capacity. Solution: a new distribution center needs to be established.
Oh,
The distribution center? What's that?
The railroad organization calls distribution centers safe houses. A place where synths are stored and then rerouted safely through the region known as the Commonwealth. Mission details commencing. Pacify the target location. Fortify position to protect current and future railroad assets. New distribution center will be codenamed Mercer Safe House. Good luck.
okie dokie. Interesting. So that is the location that we were freeing up when we are walking with the railroad, because they needed location for putting that teleportation device to get us into the Institute. Okay, that's interesting. So let's look at our quest right now. Murkwater, Burning Cover. Okie dokie. I would like to go with that, because somehow the game backed out and right now we can do it. And I already did that before, but I have to redo it because I'm running on the older save. Because I wasn't even thinking about showing it to you. It's nothing too important, and I don't even want to finish that. But still, there is possibility of getting Ixo 1 armor. So I would like to get that. But I will not be focusing on that quest, not at all. Okay, that's interesting. So Mel should be running somewhere in here. Let's see. Hello.
Getting me out. So, you're Bobby's new toy.
Fuck you
Bobby
too.
asked me to get you out.
I bet it was just out of the kindness of her. God, that woman doesn't have a patient bone in her body. I wasn't serving a life sentence. What? She couldn't wait. What's the job?
Okay.
Bobby can fill you in on the details.
Yeah, because I'll get... Bobby may be shady. So...
Okay, like as I said, I don't care about this quest. It's not that interesting. Only care about that power armor. So yeah, generally speaking, that game was good. Was really good. I made few episodes of that, you can say, but I could easily double or even triple that with all of the cool things that you can see in the Commonwealth. There is so much things to do, so many things to do. There are so many locations that you can find. There are around 30 settlements to secure. I don't think that we are even halfway done with that. And that is just settlements. I could make one settlement per episode, freeing it, securing it, putting good defenses, beds, buildings, and so on. I could spend so many episodes just rebuilding the settlements. This is just unbelievable, I could do so many things with this game, but I think that running it any longer than right now wouldn't really be worth it. I could easily go to at least 200 episodes of this game, of this series, but I don't think it would be interesting to you, We still got few quests that might be interesting, but I don't know if that's worth showing you. Maybe let's just leave some of the quests not done really, so that you will have opportunity to sing it on your own. Okay, let's just go fast with that. As I said also before, I am running on the version of that game that was shipped when the game was released, right? So because of that, I'm at the state at which the person that bought the game at the release date was seeing it, was playing it. So, you know, you can see all the bugs that were happening, all the little quirks that people were talking about and so on. So, you know, because of that, you might understand why people think that Bethesda did a bad job with that game. Because there was so much stuff that they screwed up, like for example those bugs, something not being polished enough, as you know, those really shitty bugs that they had, that we saw few of them, right? But I'm sure that there are so goddamn many to see. But of course, as I'm saying, that is the version without any updates and so on. So it is hard right now to judge what the game is like, because I'm running it without any updates. So I don't know how the game is looking like after the updates. And I think that is very important to get that right. Because, and also something very important that I have to say, Bethesda games are known for two things really, right? First of all, holy shit. First of all, they are known for bugs, for a lot of bugs, for really annoying bugs. Sometimes that even make you unable to play the game. But also, they are known for great people doing mods for them, and I think that is what kept the game running for a very long time. You know, there are still people buying that game. There are still people playing this game. There are people checking out the modifications, the DLCs, and so on. Plus, there is something very interesting called Creations Club, something like that. And generally speaking, that is the way for Bethesda to make a little bit of money. But the intent was to get the modifications by people, by fans, and so on, in the channel that was secured by Bethesda. On that channel, on that way of providing those mods, those creators can also earn some money from that, because some of the mods that are available there you have to buy, and that is something weird, right? When you are thinking about modifications to the game that are made by fans, then those modifications are free, because those guys cannot take the credit for that, because this is not their game. They just make modification for that, you know. So very complex legal situation. So generally speaking, we are used to modifications being free, and right now in Fallout you can buy modifications that were made from the players. That is just something weird for me. I don't know how to feel about it. Well, I understand the idea behind it, you know, that it is made so that all of those people that are working really hard, I do think that people that are doing modifications for the games are doing very hard job, and I'm goddamn sure that they deserve that. But I don't know how I feel about that being paid. Also, I heard that those creators aren't really getting that much money from that. Some really small percentage of the whole price.
Everything's guaranteed
But
to last.
screw it.
Until it doesn't.
After I download all the updates and so on, I will look through those modifications. There are some of them are free, some of them are for some of them you have to pay. I will look at them, that's for sure, and I will maybe show you that. Also, I already ordered the version of the game with all the DLCs, so I will for sure also show you that, because there are free DLCs that are adding new story. I think there are 3 of them. So yeah, I would like to show you that, you know. But I think that for sure we'll have a little bit of a break between before we go any further into Fallout, you know. I have something else planned for right now, and I think that that's what we will do, you know. We'll do some other game, and then we'll go back to it. But yeah, I think that Fallout 4 is a great game. If you haven't played that, play it for yourself. Find it. It's really cheap right now, you know. This game is 5 years old, if I'm counting correctly. So, you know, it's a little bit older. But still, it's pretty good game. Of course, make sure that you are getting all the updates and so on. But other than that, and also make sure that you're buying Game of the Year edition, so you all have all the DLCs possible, right? But generally speaking, I think that it's really, really good game. There was a lot of hate on this game because people were waiting for so long for another Fallout game after Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Those were pretty good in the opinion of the gamers, you know. But then they were waiting for so long that, of course, where the hell am I? What the hell happened? Why I am stuck? Why I am stuck inside? Okay, let's get out. Can we get out? Okay, come now.
You just need to tell me what happened.
They said they'd be back.
Don't worry.
Okie dokie.
I'm back.
We asked the Minutemen.
Right.
Just bring her back safe.
Okie dokie. How can I get out of here? Okay, now I can get out. Nice. So yeah, what I was trying to say, if you are buying that game, make sure... Oh, I thought that I just closed Piper. Make sure that you are buying the version with the DLCs, so Game of the Year edition, just so that you don't have to pay extra later. Get out of here. Yeah, maybe let's store that so he will be able to get out. But yeah, that is very, very cool game, and I think that people were waiting for so long for this game to come out that they didn't even knew what they wanted from this game, you know, because there are so many cool things about this game. The map is so big, and there are so many things that you can do with that game, that I think that it is not right to say that this game was shitty. You know, it had its bugs and so on, but I think that there are many more positive things about this game, like the amount of stuff that you can do. As I said, I could do many more episodes, and I think that I will still play that game after I will stop recording the main series, right? Because there is still so much to see that you couldn't even believe. Do you remember when I was showing you the hunt for all of those power armors? There are so many more power armors to see, to get, you know. That is just unbelievable. of course, I run through all the locations that complete power armors, XO1 power armors should spawn. So I think that right now my chances of finding an XO1 power armor are very low, because as I said in this episode, it's very complicated how they are spawning. But I think that I might be able to grab a few of them. My personal goal is to equip every settlement with one power armor, because when settlements are under attack, then they can, then those settlers can get inside the power armor to help with the attack. So I would like to grab as many T-45 power armors, so the ones that you can paint with the Minutemen paint job, and bring them to literally all the settlements. If I will not have enough, then maybe I will change it up with those Raider power armors, because those are very cheap and those are respawnable. So we can just kill Raiders in specific locations to get them. And also they are very cheap to repair and upgrade. Also, you don't have too much upgrade path with them, but still, I think that that might be something cool. As just as a personal goal, you know, to make those settlers ready for a fight. Because there are those events that you have to help defend certain locations. So I would like to do it, you know. Let's see, I would like to place many of those power armor stations in here, because I would like to turn that location into a little bit of armory with a lot of power armors in here. Because, as I said, I would like to collect a lot of power armors, so I need a place for storing them. So between this episode and the next one, that will probably be from the DLCs, I don't even know which one to start. I will have to look it up. I will for sure get more power armors. I will get those settlements in better shape, with better defense, with better happiness of the settlers, and so on. So yeah, I think that this episode will... Sorry if that is something that you weren't expecting. A lot of running, talking, trading, and so on. Not a lot of action or quests done, but that's the way it is right now, because I don't think that there are any more quests that I would like to show you, and I'm all out of aluminium. Shit, and I need that aluminium for all those power armor stations, because I would like to put them all around. Okay, screw that. So yeah, there are so many cool things with that game that I don't even know what to start. First of all, those companions. Those were very interesting companions to work with. Of course, there were companions that had a little bit more love to them done by the game creators, you know, because they had more dialogue options and so on and so on. Like, for example, Piper, like, for example, Nick, like, for example, Dance, you know. Those guys that, in order to get them working with you, you had to do some kind of quest. So those companions, you could see that they put much more attention to them in regards to the story about them, to the quest that you can do with them, and so on and so on. But other companions were also good, like, for example, Curie. Curie is a very interesting companion with very interesting mission for reaching certain amount of affinity with her, and I really enjoyed that mission. And Piper was also a very interesting one, and I'm glad that I went all the way with relationship with her, because that was something very interesting, you know. Also Preston was also very cool, and generally speaking, those companions were really good. There are a few more companions that you can get in the DLCs, but that is just something worth knowing, right? Also, generally the story about this game, within this game, was very cool. I really enjoyed that. That quest for fighting the child of the main hero was really interesting, and how we were fooled by thinking that Sean is safe, that he is 10 years old and so on, when in reality that was only a play from the Institute to make us think that he's 10 years old and so on. That was something very interesting that I didn't saw coming. But yeah, right now, after the Minutemen ending, we've got Sean in the castle, and he can give us more quests. That is also something very interesting that I would like to explore, to see how much stuff we can get from him, because he's not just grabbing stuff from us. He can also give us some cool weapons from that. I think that one of the legendary weapons that you can get in this game is only obtainable by doing his quests. I don't know if I should call it quest. Those missions to get some kind of junk piece. So that is something very cool to see happening, you know. Those endings were also very interesting, because we are playing with Brotherhood of Steel or Railroad. They were doing quests for them, or we're also working with the Minutemen and the Institute. And I think that the quest line with the Brotherhood of Steel was the one with the biggest amount of quests, of the care from the game creators to make it interesting, you know, because we are doing all of that stuff with Liberty Prime and so on and so on. But somehow going with that Brotherhood of Steel route was making me feel really bad about what I am doing, because I had to take down Railroad and so on. Also, there was something very weird about this ending with the Brotherhood of Steel, because when we were taking down Railroad with Brotherhood of Steel, then they were reprogramming Pam, the robot from the Railroad, that was predicting the future, and taking it back to Prydwen to aid Brotherhood of Steel in their missions, you know. So that was weird that then we are just going inside the Institute to destroy it, you know. That was very weird, and something that I didn't understand, like, why the hell are we going with that route of saving Pam for the Brotherhood, when we are then going to the Institute and we are not taking any technology with us. That was something very weird for me, but maybe that's what they intended to do. Probably yes. So something interesting to think about. Going with that Railroad way of finishing the game was also interesting, but as I said, it didn't seem polished enough. Like the one with the Minutemen, you know. Both of them required you to screw up with the Institute. When you get banished from the Institute, and you can do it really fast, if you know what you want to do. Well, you have to just kill someone in the Institute, and that's it, you are banished. if you do it, then you are banished from the Institute, and you can do that ending with the Railroad or the Minutemen really, really fast. Will I be able to get down? Yes, I will be able to get down, okay. So, you know, that was something weird, because when you are going with the Brotherhood, then we have so much more stuff to do. We have to power up Liberty Prime, you know. We have to give him this Beryllium Agitator and so on. We have to take care of his nukes. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff to complete before you can go with the Brotherhood of Steel ending. You've got that mystery of what Brotherhood of Steel is cooking up in that garage. In the... What the hell? What the hell is going on in here? Why I cannot place another one in here? Okay, weird. And there is something very interesting to do with the Brotherhood of Steel, but with the Minutemen, and they are not lining up. Okay, screw that. But with the Brotherhood of Steel and the Institute, you have so much stuff that you can do. Like, it's unbelievable, you know, and I'm really glad that we went through all of that and that we saw it, because that is something worth seeing. Probably most of the people that are playing this game and showing it on YouTube, then I guess that most of them are just showing you one way of finishing the game. But I feel like it is important to grab different perspectives on the ending, you know, so that you can get a little bit more information about the characters, about the story, and so on. Is that lined up correctly? Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, let's try to. Okay, we cannot. To get to the Institute ending, to get to the Brotherhood of Steel ending, and so on and so on. Now, generally speaking, those endings aren't really that important. If you go to the Institute ending here, then you have different ending screen, ending cutscene, whatever you'd like to call it. When you are going with the Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, or the Minutemen, you have the same cutscene. The only thing that is changing, well, there are two things changing, sorry. One thing that is changing is the dominant force in the Commonwealth, because you can finish the game, for example, with Brotherhood of Steel, and with the Brotherhood of Steel ending, and with the Brotherhood of Steel ending, Institute and the Railroad are gone, and the Brotherhood of Steel is dominant force in the Commonwealth, and then you can see their patrols going around the Commonwealth more often. When you are going with the Railroad, then Brotherhood of Steel and the Institute are gone, and you can see the patrols of the Railroad more often. And when you go with the Minutemen option, you can also take down Brotherhood of Steel. There's an option if you are enemies with the Brotherhood of Steel, then there's possibility of taking down Brotherhood of Steel with castle turrets, those big ones, this artillery, you know, to take down Prydwen. But I don't think that I want to explore that possibility, because that is just something that I wouldn't like to do. With this ending, I've got peace for all the factions that are in the game. So I'm really happy with that. And I think that that's the way that I would like to play this game. And I would like to see the ending. And I don't think that going with that with killing everybody is good. When you are going with the Institute ending, then there are those Institute patrols going everywhere. And yeah, when we are going with the Minutemen ending, then there are Minutemen patrols going around the Commonwealth. But I think that there is something else that I would like to show you. I said that we will be only talking, running, building, and so on. But there is one thing that I think that you can go into, and that you can see in the end of each faction. Because Mama Murphy can see into the future, I think that if we talk with her after the ending, we get different vision of the future. It isn't called the ending or what will be happening, and we don't even know if that is true. But it is something that might be worth seeing. Oh boy, now I would like to go through all of the saves to see what she can tell us. Oh boy, I forgot about it. No. Hello, Mama Murphy.
You're tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
Right.
You're tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
Okay.
Ah, but the distant past ain't so distant for you. I saw you leave that icebox. This whole world is like some bad dream you can't wake up from, isn't it? The site can help you, kid. It always has answers. Just gotta bring me some jet so I can see what it wants to tell you.
Okay.
Already have some.
Like a little kick yourself, huh? This'll do. Now, let me ride the high to where the site wants to take me. You're standing with the people, working together, united. I see a land filled with hope again. Fear falls away as the brave step forward to join the ranks. You're a hero, a symbol for a better world. Our world. Phew. Wow. That took more out of me than usual. I'm gonna need to rest now, kid.
Okie dokie, so that's it. That's what Mama Murphy thinks about. Yeah, for sure. That was what Mama Murphy thinks of this ending. Now I would like to go through all of the endings and see what she could tell us, because that might be interesting. So I will try to get to all of them and give you all of those visions that she's having after the ending of this episode. But right now, that will be it for this one. Oh yeah, Curie, we will be seeing a lot, but not on the camera right now. Maybe later with the DLCs. But right now, I would like to thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
You're standing with the people, working together, united. I see a land filled with hope again. Fear falls away as the brave step forward to join the ranks. You're a hero, a symbol for a better world. Our world. Phew. You're standing with the people, working together, united. I see a land filled with hope again. Fear falls away as the brave step forward to join the ranks. You're a hero, a symbol for a better world. Our world. Me. You're wearing a lab coat. You're standing with men of science, visionaries. Brilliant but misunderstood. I see a land marked up, like a great experiment. Each test a new beginning, each sacrifice an acceptable loss. You will not be loved, but you will save humanity, however you choose to define it.